I was ready to face the world as a bald-headed woman. I had made it through hard. My destination was one block, across the busy boulevard, past the variety shop, into my safe place, the Melaleuca store. I stepped out in the summer day, and a cold breeze hit my hairless head. I looked for other baldies. No, there wasn't any in sight. I started across the walkway, and a little girl looked at me and was scared of me. I'm a grandma. She was scared of me. It broke my heart and dashed my courage. I questioned my choice of getting cowboy boots instead of a wig. I had told my husband that it was a gesture of hope, the hope that I would have boots and hair someday. As I walked into the store, there were children running everywhere, and there was a little girl, and she looked just like me. She had no hair anywhere. Well, she had a big bow on her head, and she had no eyebrows, no eyelashes, no nose hair. Oh, did you know that when you don't have nose hair, the boogers just fly out? The difference with that little girl is she was acting like everyone else. As I watched her, I learned that I was worried about me, and I was making other people very uncomfortable because I wasn't being me. I needed to get past my own bald-headed moment and be me. And that other little girl, she wasn't afraid of me. She was curious. I mean, I had boots and a sparkly turquoise hat and no hair. She was curious. And her mom was able to humanize me and say, "Hi, thank you." When I was a little girl, my mom was a beautician, and I was her prize model. Saturday night, the hair curlers would go in, and I would have a restless night of sleep, and I would know that beauty is pain. Then she would start ratting it in the morning, and I would look up at her, and she'd say, "Honey, do you want to be beautiful?" I did, so I endured. And now, as my hair was falling out, every follicle of my head was screaming in pain, and I couldn't see the beauty in it. Bald-headed moments. A few years later, when I turned 13, the most amazing invention. It was the curling iron. No more sleeping on hair curlers. The problem was it was a bald-headed year. I didn't know how to use a curling iron. I burnt my face, and I would have a curl like this more often than not. It was unicorn hair. How can you be happy with unicorn hair and be 13? One day I looked at myself and I said a familiar quote, "Be pretty if you are, be witty if you can, and be cheerful if it kills you." And then I added, "Smile really, really big, and no one is going to notice your unicorn hair." It worked. I started smiling at people. I started talking to people. I was able to get out of my own way and connecting with people. Years went by. I got married despite unicorn hair. I gave birth to 5 beautiful, amazing children. Sadly, our marriage ended after 25 years. Then, my 18-year-old son, he decided to move in with his dad. It happens, but it really hurt me. It broke my heart. Honestly, I was even getting hate mail telling me what a bad mom I was. I couldn't get past me. I was feeling so badly. And then one day he called me and he said, "Mom, I am so sick, so sick." And I couldn't help him. I said, "Please let me take you to the hospital." And he said, "You can't." And he died from influenza in 5 days. I went to a very dark place and I said, "I want to be in the sky. I don't want to be on this dark earth anymore." A friend, a mentor, coach, took me by the hand, and she helped me feel the awesomeness in this earth. Then one day, I looked up at 5 doctors surrounding me. One had the PET scan in his hand and said, "You have cancer in every inch of your body from your chin down. There was a tumor, 18 centimeters." The questions of the doctors are rolling in my ears. How is she even alive? Will her heart take the treatment? I give her 1 week to live. How is she walking? Carol, are you up for this? We are going to double your treatment. Your heart might not be able to make it, but you'll die if we don't. Am I going to lose my hair? I'm a living miracle, yes. My hair fell out. Honestly, I was very attached to my hair, and I tried to make a wig. It's pitiful and very uncomfortable. There's a process to this. It is, you cut your hair short to try to save it. Every chemo patient is different. I'd like to share you my process. So you can tell that my hair is totally falling out because if I go like this and I pull it, and you can see it like that. And I got a bald spot, and see, it just comes out. But I've been able to glue it in for a couple days for the wedding. And I keep having nightmares that my hair's falling out, but it really is falling out. And so, Jim, we're just going to cut it off so I'll quit having nightmares and just face this. My hair would fall out on my pillow, and when I would roll over, it would go up my nose. It wasn't that I would rather die than be bald. It was new territory. I was in a place where I had never been. I had always been known as the healthy, strong girl. Now I was being stripped of everything I thought I was. My health, my hair, my physical well-being. Exercise was part of my everyday life, and now walking across the house exhausted me. I was a natural girl. I had always said I would never put that poison in my body. I would rather die than have chemo. Nothing prepared me for the moment when I reached up and felt that tiny little head. We all have bald-headed moments. Life is hard. When we can get through hard, we can have a good life. Face your moment. Smile anyway. Feel the moment. Smile anyway. Learn from the moment and smile anyway. A bald-headed moment is the moment when life is hard, when it's vulnerable and you feel awkward and clumsy, and it's when moments when life just sucks. We get through it anyway. I wanted to know if you have had bald-headed moments, if you understood what I was talking about. So I asked. One girl told me how she fixes dinner for a family, good, healthy dinner. Her time is very valuable. When they won't eat it, she feels bad. But she keeps doing it anyway because she loves her children. One young man told me how he had long curly hair, entered kindergarten, and people mistaked him for a girl. The kids pulled his hair and made fun of him, bullied him. Now he's grown up and is comfortable in his own skin. One man told me how he was working and he wanted to learn from people who were successful, and they wouldn't give him the time of the day. So he was mad, and it sent him walking. He now has a new job. He's helpful, and he's had 3 raises. A budding actor told me how he wanted the part in the play. He didn't make it. They needed someone to film, so he volunteered. He found out he is good on the other side of the camera. An athlete told me how she was rated number 1 in pole vaulting. She was severely injured and wasn't able to compete her senior year. It turned her to music, and now she is a composer, a much sought-after musician. How about you and your bald-headed moments? And you and your bald-headed moments. Is not having enough hair keeping you from your dreams? Extra 50 pounds keeping you from going what you want to do? A spiritual leader states it perfectly. Thomas S. Monson. Self-pity, personal withdrawal, deep despair will not bring the hope, assurance, or peace which are needed. We must go forward, look upward, move onward, rise heavenward. As I have looked heavenward, I've realized I am not the same girl I was pre-cancer. I am not the same. On the outside, I am different. On the inside, I am different. I am the same. My hair is obviously not the same. But in some ways, it is better. My heart is not the same. Physically, my heart has been overworked. But in some ways, it is stronger. I look at these hands, this body. Who is this new woman? She has changed, and so much is different. My eyebrows and eyelashes are new. I am no longer that girl. I am something more, and I am still me. At times, I hug myself, and I pull the covers over my head. This new me is scared. This new me is fearless and frail. This new me has greatness. I will push forward. This new me is better. She's better than the old. Because she is the new and the old. When I was getting poked and prodded, I would imagine myself on the stage in a bikini contest. I would be strutting and I would look so good, muscles everywhere. But instead, I am here on this TEDx stage. And I'm wishing all of you many, many bald-headed moments. And be happy.